Hey, this is Erin with video number 1 for gameplay number 3. It is currently Wednesday the 26th at almost 6:30 p.m. So for this game, what I chose to do for it was Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I bet this is probably a very popular game that many people have already done gameplays for, but the reason I wanted to do it is because I played an action open world game for my last game. And this is exactly what this one is, but it's a little bit different. Not even from the gameplay, but just the feel of the game as a whole. Skyrim is a lot more of a, I guess, dingy and dark game versus Zelda is more of a lighthearted and visually appealing and just colorful. So they already have a different connotation to it. And on top of that, in Skyrim, you have a distinct character. I mean, you get to create your own character, versus in Zelda, you play as Link. You don't really get to create. You can change his clothes and stuff, but you don't get to actually create what you look like. So there's a little bit more limitations on character design and stuff like that for Zelda, but it's still a really good game. It's probably my favorite game ever. I've already beaten this game once, and I was originally going to play this on the master mode, but I guess because this is a brand new game, I just bought it on my new device. They make me have to do regular gameplay first, and then when I go back to the main menu later on, then I can access master mode. So for this one, I'm going to do just the normal mode just so we can get a feel of the game. And I'm going to try to focus more on the actual game because I want to kind of focus more on the aesthetics. And to me, aesthetics is more of what's the first thing that pulls you in, whether it be dialogue or visuals or the actual physical gameplay, the mechanics of it. But I feel like this game does a really good job on applying aesthetics just as a whole. So I really want to try to focus on that and try to see what we can find aesthetically pleasing, I guess. So I've already kind of did the opening intro some. So it's a little bit dark right now, but that's only because I'm in like a dingy area. Okay. So we go in here. There's a bunch of chests. Well-worn trousers. See, and this is they tell you the level of each armor you get, so you can get different armors, and they protect you a certain amount versus others aren't as weak. So there's a good variety in that, at least. Hold on, I'm trying to readjust myself now that we're getting started. All right. Okay. So we got trousers. And so this is actually going to tell me the walkthrough. So this is saying open inventory. Let's see if I can make this a little bit closer. Maybe. Let me turn these off real quick, actually. It's kind of glaring on the TV. There we go. All right. That's a little bit better. All right. So it says open inventory. You can click the plus button to equip weapons, armor, and other gear. And then later on, it'll tell you another way to access, especially weapons, a little bit more efficiently because you will be switching in and out. And the thing that's also realistic about this game is that you get only a certain amount of limits with how much your weapons can withstand. So say I have a really powerful sword, I can only use it for a certain amount of time before it will eventually go out on me. You also have stamina in this game, so you can run. One of the really crazy things about this game that everyone really liked was the fact that you could actually climb up stuff and climb up mountains. Like most games, you can't climb mountains. You have a very limited go around on where you can go and how you can go there. Okay, so this is some of the basics. So you have armor, so this is where all the clothing will go, and you'll need specific clothing for certain things. Like he's actually body temperature sensitive, so if you're in a cold area, you're gonna need warm clothing. If you're in a hot area, you're gonna need like desert area clothing. These are just kind of key items. So this is where you'll get spirit orbs and stuff like that later on. That's where they'll go. And I think those are the only areas that's letting me access right now. So once we get more, we can go more into that. All right, but like right now, like I said, it's the very beginning of the game, so I'll be relearning with you guys.
Hold the sugar slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
Let's see something. Can I clean this off? I feel like that's better. I'm not really sure though. It looks like it's better. Oh well. Maybe if I scoot this up a little bit. Oh, there goes my water. Hopefully it'll get better once I go outside. Sheikah Slate Comforter. So the Sheikah Slate is what gets me access to all of the parts of the map, helps me teleport places, and gives me access to shrines and stuff. Which shrines aren't really necessary, but they do give you tremendous power, and you do have to complete at least a certain amount of them to get your powerful sword.
It must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Okay, yeah, we're getting better graphics now. You also will have to increase your what's it called? Your stamina, and then at the top, if you see, I have most breathtaking world I've ever seen. They do a really good job at capturing even just like the small movement of the grass. Kind of honestly reminds me a little bit of Flower. They focus a lot on the nature and the creatures that live in it. They really did a good job on the graphics on this. I'm really impressed with it. I could play it over and over again. The first time I played this game, I made it as long as possible to be able to beat the game because I really didn't want to. All right, got a tree branch. To attack with your weapon, press this. So press Y. And then B to put it up. And you also have to make food and all that. So like in Skyrim, you have a limit as to how much you can carry. In this game, you don't have a limit. So basically, anything you see, pick it up. You have no limits. All right, now it just said I can switch. So this is for the weapons. If I just push right on the D-pad, it opens to where I can choose between weapons. That way, if one is getting damaged quicker, I can switch it mid-battle, and it won't affect me. But yeah, the foods can also help, like if you're in a cold area, if you're in a warm area, it can give you the ability to withstand it, especially when you get into the colder areas or the warmer areas. You will definitely need to more than just clothing. And, you know, sometimes if you don't have clothing just yet, you have to use the food because that's the only way you're going to be able to move around. I just like the way they do the grass. They do a really good job on this gameplay. You can also get a horse. And then they have a lot of fun mods on this game too that after you beat it, you can, like, for instance, this is in like a like a pre-era game where there's not really a lot of advanced technology except for maybe weapons. So they don't have like cars or anything like that. But one of the mods you can get is that you can eventually add or get a motorcycle. Do I believe that is my baked apple? You can't just go about taking whatever you please. Oh ho, forgive me, I could not resist pulling your leg. Please help yourself. An apple and an open flame might be a succulent treat. This one does have some dialogue diversity. It's not probably as diverse as Skyrim, but you do at least have some options. They don't just automatically assume what you want to say. And I mean, that's a good way to investigate other people and kind of get information out of them. You can choose what order you want to say it. Who are you? Me? I'll spare you my story. I'm just an old fool who has lived here alone for quite some time now. What brings a bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this? Where are we? Answering a question with a question. This is fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. They're planning on doing a sequel to this game, and I'm pretty excited. Not sure when it's going to come out, but it's going to be in the same world, but a different kind of story mode, and I am super excited about it. This temple there, long ago, it was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. I would love to see this world before it got perished, honestly. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. So there's a side quest where you have to ask, where you have to look at this dude's photos and find these specific areas. And if you do that, you'll start to regain memories. It's not necessary, but it is kind of nice to see kind of the background of what happens before you get to this area.
Hey. Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Check the Sheikah slate. Alright, so this is how we get the map. This is probably the point she's talking about. And then as you can tell, this is the entire map. It's huge. Definitely a lot better layout than Skyrim. Skyrim's was kind of weird. And then if you look in the bottom right corner, they actually have a visible full map versus in Skyrim, it was just like a tiny compass. I think this is more efficient, not because of, pick up what? Oh, a rock? Because you can actually see the direction you're going and where the point you're trying to get to. Versus the other one, it was really confusing as into what direction you were going. We're going to switch. All right, so these are... So if I push L, I can lock on to characters. And the other nice thing about this is that they have a health bar for your thing. You can also collect items from different monsters and stuff and then make potions out of it. So like a healing potion or say like a stamina potion, stuff like that. So then you can gain more stamina for a temporary time, or you can gain extra health for a temporary amount of time. There's a lot of things you can do with it, which is kind of cool because I mean, like I feel like a lot of games they don't actually give you the ability to, I guess, realistic, you know. And I was thinking about it. You know, the only thing I could think why this game would have a rhetoric is learning how to survive. Like, honestly, this game is very realistic in the fact that you are human. Like, you can take damage. You can be hurt from the cold and the heat. You have to eat. You have a certain amount of stamina. And you have a limit. while this game is very different from normal open world and like adventure games, it still has a realistic to it. Because I mean, like, you are human, so you can only handle so much without eventually dying. Like, even at this, like, if you fall from a certain height, you will die. So I mean, it teaches you how to find your way after being lost for so long, and then learning how to live your life. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. I mean, the game is called Breath of Wild, and you are in the wild. Like, this is a dystopia at this point in time, because the evil has taken over. The people that used to rule the kingdom is no more, and your job is to try to regain the balance, so to speak. What if I do? What will happen if I push this big boulder over? It killed him. Will I kill him too? Nope. Let's kill him. I also think they did a really good job on this throw weapon. You can throw the weapon in your hand, aim, and then release. So if I did, let's say, the branch. Let's just say I had the branch. We're going to aim it and throw it. And if you do that, that gets rid of the weapon. But if you aim it accurately, you can actually use it as a weapon too. You can hit someone with it. Oh, there's more creatures. You can also stealth. So crouching increases your stealth. You also have abilities later on. You can get clothing that advances your stealthness. It comes in handy when you aren't wanting to be detected, or if you're trying to get by some enemies and you're low on health. So it's very beneficial. And they'll even tell you when they're catching on to you. First, they'll become a question mark, and then the question mark will slowly turn to yellow if they're getting suspicious. And then once they finally catch you, they will turn to an exclamation mark. See, like, watch. Oh, there it is. I got an arrow. That means they have. Yay. That was rude. I really need a shield. Boko bow. All right, now how to attack with a bow. So you get like multiple different kinds of weapons in this. You get swords and one and two-handed weapons. You get arrows, and then you also get powers with your Sheikah Slate. So it's kind of cool. All right, so I'm about to die. So what we're going to do, drag bow, press and hold. Okay, so if you want to switch out the bow, you hold it and then push the right on the D-pad, and it'll switch it out for you. All right, well, now we got some weapons. So this is the weaponry. You'll also get a shield too eventually. So you have the weapons, you have bows. You do also have limits on, I guess you do have limits on how many you can carry, but you can eventually buy more slots. It's just more of like to start off with, and then you can buy more. So this is just like materials, whether it be like food or it be monster parts, but the actual cooked food is here. And normally they give you more health than just ingredients. All right, we're back to our healthy selves. Let's see if I can find some more arrows over here. Yeah. because arrows are necessary. I feel like I personally prefer arrows, especially once you start getting more into the special arrows. You're able to cause a lot more damage in the game. I guess I should probably head towards the marker. Oh, he has a shield. Good. See, that's how my weapon just broke. That's what that is. All right, so now I can raise my shield so he can't hit me. We're going to use the axe. And now we actually have a traveler's sword. All right. So this is kind of like, I guess it'll tell you. Place the Sheikah slate in the pedestal. See, they do a really good job on the cutscenes and the visual graphics. And they have a really good balance of cutscene and graphics, too. I love this game. It's so aesthetically pleasing. I think the thing that draws me the most to this game is the graphics, but also just the free gameplay. Like, I was able to choose where I wanted to go, when I wanted to go. It didn't bug me about, hey, you're on the wrong path. Can't do that. So every time you unlock a tower, you'll be able to view that region of the map. And there's a lot of them. I want to say there's at least 12 towers. And not all of them are easy to access.
You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end.
So that's Ganondorf.
Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
She says that, but I took my sweet time last time and took a year to beat it. So they actually will have quests listed too under main and side, which is very helpful. Yeah, they do a bunch of stuff. All right, so you can just jump down, but you can climb down too, which is probably the safest route. I guess I could have just used the platforms, but what's the fun in that? See what I mean, though? That he can, like, literally climb. He can climb up mountains. As long as it doesn't max out his stamina, he's good to go. And as soon as you let go, his stamina rebuilds. And honestly, it rebuilds the stamina pretty fast, which is pretty nice.
Oh!
My, it would seem we have quite the enigma today. This tower and others just like it have erupted across the land, one after another. It is almost as though a long dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. If you do not mind me asking, did anything odd occur while you were atop that mountain or the tower? So I can either choose ... or I heard a voice. Oh well, a voice you say. And did you happen to recognize this mysterious voice? No. I see. Well, that is unfortunate. Weird man. I seem we caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding in the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain that evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength the moment it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that moment is fast approaching. I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle? Do I? I guess I do. I had a feeling you would say that. Here on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs with no way down. If you were trying to jump off, well, no death would be more than certain or more foolish. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be quite another story. Hand it over. Oh, certainly. Why not? But there is no such thing as a free item in this world. Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? The Isolated Plateau main quest. Open adventure log. Adventures will be detailed here. Come, let me show you something. I'm so short compared to him. Don't be hasty now. Just follow me. I am. Do you see that structure there? The one shining with a strange light? It began glowing at the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground. I would think such a place might house some sort of treasure, wouldn't you? The treasure for the paraglider, a fair exchange, I believe. You can also just like capture fish in this game too. They're nearby. Like if I'm in the water, yeah, you can swim in this game too. While it does also take stamina. Come here, fishy. You can dash in the water. You can do a bunch of stuff. They really give you a lot of freedom in this game. While they don't have some freedoms like they do in Skyrim, they do give you freedoms that Skyrim can't. All right. Looks like we're fighting. At this point in time, we just need to grab everything we see. That was very rude. Change shield. Let's see. I killed that one, right? Yes. So now it's just you I have to kill. Boom, boom. Yeah, so if you unlock or kill certain creatures, you can get certain, I guess, treasure chests too. I got another traveler sword. Oh my god. Let's hope I make it. At least to the rock. It looks promising though. Rest our stamina and jump back in. Can you get up? All right. There will also be just like normal treasure chests. Like this looks like a pretty good one. I got a ruby. You'll get gems and all of that too, and you can sell it. What's it called? Later on. They are good money, so you can buy more arrows and stuff. Because arrows are the things you need to buy the most. Access granted. So the shrines are kind of like little side things. They give you powers. They give you good weapons. They give you spirit orbs, which is the thing you need the most, is spirit orbs. To whom sets foot in this shrine, I am Oman Awa, in the name of the goddess Magnesis Trial. So this is also where you get all of your Sheikah powers. Ow. Okay, so as you can tell, I have a total of 6. I just got 1. Yeah. To selected rune from your Sheikah slate, use the RZ button. What's also nice is that every time you do something, they will tell you the button, regardless if you've already been taught it or not. Because this game can get pretty complex, they will continuously tell you. And they make it subtle, so it's not like it's in the way or anything. You can easily just not pay attention to it. But sometimes, like if you go and you don't play the game for a while and you kind of forget the gameplay, you can go back and be like, okay, so that's what it is. With these things, you have to keep an eye out for, what's it called? Treasure chests, because they hide them all the time. Oh, that's right. I can't jump up here. I can't jump. White boy can't jump. Oh. These things are super annoying. Oh, it exploded. Ancient screw. Ancient spring. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember what those do exactly, but they're important somehow. Alright, I'm not sure if any of these will actually have a chest or not, only because it's the beginning. So they might not have chests, because right now they just are focused more on getting you your Sheikah abilities. Sadly, you can't run and jump like you can in Mario in this game. But it's okay, because you still have some badass powers. Yeah, there's no chests. Okay, just want to double check. You have proven to possess the resolve of a true hero. I am Oman R, the creator of this trial. I am a humble monk, blessed with the sight of Goddess Hylia, and dedicated to helping with those who seek to defeat Ganon. With your arrival, my duty is now fulfilled. In the name of Goddess Helia, I allow me to bestow this gift upon you. Please accept this spirit orb. Basically, he's giving me his life, like hands up. He's like, all right, you're here. I'm going to give you my life. Spirit orb! May the goddess smile upon you. Now you have the ability to skip all of that, but I wanted to show it. Oh, and also when the loading screens, they give you tips, which is pretty cool. So they'll be like, hey, if you do this and this and this, you can also do this as well. Or maybe you're missing this. Hello? Of course you come in, bragging about your paraglider. Seems you managed to get your hands on a spirit orb. Well done. Paraglider, please? I encourage you to slow down for a moment, my courageous friend. The appearance of those towers of the awakening of this shrine is all connected to that Sheikah slate you carry on your hip there. What do you mean? It has been quite some time since I have seen that Sheikah slate. Long ago, a highly advanced tribe known as the Sheikah inhabited these lands. The great power of their wisdom saved this kingdom time and time again, but their ancient technology disappeared long ago, or so it is said. It is interesting, however, to think how something like that survived all this time hidden away in the shrine. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places all across this land. On this plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. Bring me the treasure from each of those shrines, and I will give you my paraglider. So I need more now? I said treasure, but I never said there would only be 1 treasure. Whether it be 1 treasure or 4, what's the difference for a young go-getter like yourself? Since I'm feeling generous, I will also teach you a trick for finding shrines. It's always best to survey the area by looking around from a high point. Let's see here. How about you make your way to the top of that tower again? Are you joking? Oh, I'm afraid not, but do not worry. I have another little trick to share with you for your effort. Take a look at the map on your Sheikah slate. See those blue icons? You would recognize the cave where you awoke, the shrine you came from, and the tower. So this little thing right here is the tower, and then this over here is the shrine in which I awakened from. And if you could tell, they also already gave me the names of all the areas, which is nice. Normally you have to actually go to them first before they actually locate the names. You travel instantly to any of those places with the Sheikah Slate. Or so I heard quite some time ago. I do not know if it actually works as such. Well, that was cool. Well, I know there's a chest in here. Can you not? Yeah, boy. Amber. It's not super helpful, but I guess it's good enough. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, another one. No way. He just kicks it open. It's fine. An oval. Wow, I'm feeling rich today. This is a very deep little pond area. All right, so let's go ahead and okay, so this is the adventure log. These are recovery memories, blah blah blah. You get to see all these. There's a lot. This one is the one that I've already completed. This is one that I'm currently on. Now we go to the map. Here's path unlocked. Press X on the map screen to see your journey's path so far. Oh, this is one of the DLCs I downloaded. So it shows me where I went. So I went over here, then I went over here, did a little circle. Huh. Cool. So now I'm traveling back to the tower. So you can get a better look at where these shrines are. Oh, yeah, of course you're here. All right, so we see one shrine's over there. Another one right there. And that's beyond the wall, so we can't go over there. But let's just take a moment to appreciate this landscaping. Do you see all of this? You know how most games, they only show you areas, but you can't necessarily access all of it? You can access all of it. You can go up to that volcano. You can go up into that mountain over there. And then I'm pretty sure over here, that's like a jungle area, but I'm pretty sure if you go even further out, which way is it? I'm not sure. I saw it earlier. I want to say it's out that way. See where the bird is? That's where the bird is. If you go further out that way, there's a big desert. So, all right. Well, if we look this way, we're going to access the map. There's one. So we can zoom in pretty far on here. There's one like about, let's see, if we're looking straight ahead that way. Let's go. So it's like maybe about, yeah, here. So you can make your own map, your little thingies, so they can stick out. And then I think the other one, let's see. Over here. Ooh, no, no, no. Do not be falling off. All right, so it's over here. I'm thinking it's probably Maybe like over here-ish. Maybe. I'm thinking it's like right here. So we're going to put another marker there. And if you can see, they'll pop up on my mini map right here. So I'm like, okay, well, I know the general direction I need to go. Well, you certainly took your time. Did you forget how to travel instantly? Yep, I forgot. Open the map on your oh, he actually is going to tell me again. I want you to join me up here so you can see that this is a vantage point to search for shrines. Did you know about the scope on your Sheikah slate? Look through it, and you can stick a pin anywhere you like to mark on the map, which is what I just did. The scope. Press that and place a pin. The pins on your map serve as a reference point for your travels. Just stick a pin anywhere you're interested in. Just a few tricks I picked up. How many years in the wild you may take advantage or leave it. Go ahead and take a look if you feel inclined to do so. So I can click on that. And it's like a little map. Oh, wait a second. Yo! That's new! I wasn't able to do that last time. Whoa! Alright, well this is kind of cool. Wow, I completely guessed wrong. Look at that. Alright, now let's go over here. Cool, now we got to. Now we can delete the yellow one. Yeah, see, I was way off. Yeah, I was like, yeah, they're right here. No, they're one over here, and then there's one over here. And then I'm pretty sure there's another one that's like up top over there above the mountain, but you can't see it from this angle. Having trouble finding the shrines? Help me out here. Just remembered something that may help you. You can review some of the abilities you learned on the pause screen. Open system menu, check controls, save or adjust game controls. If you're searching for shrines, use scope on your Sheikah slate. So if I wanted to look at it, I could look at ability controls. So this is like the scope pins, and there's a couple of them. So they give you the ability to review if you're like, hey, I don't really remember, I don't know what it is, so we'll go with that. Oh, wait a second. Is that? Oh, one of them's right there. I found him. Oh. Well, that wasn't that hard. I thought that there were. Okay, that works. All right, onward. Let's go down the other way this time. They do a really good job on the ambient noises too. They'll add owls, hooting. Wait a second, where did it go? I want to say it's this way. Onward. So this is what happens. If your stamina runs out, you'll be too tired to do certain actions until it fills up again. Oh yeah, at night, these little bone guys come out. They're really annoying to kill though, so I try to avoid them at all costs. Aha. So these are called guardians. I kind of already fought one, but they're the broken down ones. So I can search them and get little things for it. Ancient shaft. Thank you. See, most places they would have been like, no, you got to go around. Here I'm like, nope, I'm climbing, bitch. This is it. All right, Alright, I'm gonna skip this because there's no point in seeing it twice. Cooking secrets uses. Oh, okay. Thanks. Not like I wanted to read it or anything. Bomb trials. So now I'll get the ability to use bombs. You have two types of bombs. You have circle bombs, square bombs. And then each one works better. If you don't want it to roll, you want it to stay stationary, use a square one. If you want it to roll, you want it to go towards a creature, use a circle one. There they are. Remote bomb. Ruin extracted. Press and hold the switch. So now if you push up, you can switch in between them. We're going to go with the square one for now. You put it down. You can either drop it or you can throw it. So A, you drop, R is throw, and then to detonate it, you just push the same button again, as I almost blew myself up. We're gonna throw this one. Yep. Ah, this one actually had a chest this time. You have a limit as of the time you can do bombs after a bomb. However, I think there's a trick. If you do a bomb that's square and then afterwards do a bomb that's circle, you can just use that too at the same time. Oh, it's a moving platform. So I can either A, get on this platform and then throw it. There we go. Or I could just put the bomb on the platform and then wait it on the other side. But what's the fun in that, right? Oh. Alright, so we're going to go get this chest. It's going to toss me. Watch. Whee! Amber. Sir. Alright, so I'm assuming we need to blow this up first, and then we'll go get the ball. Oh, look at that. It has a little bomb platform. So this is when you'd use the circle bomb. See what I mean? So let's use the circle one. We're going to open it. We're going to drop it. And it's going to slide on in. Boom! What do I need the ball for? Oh, that was close. I think it fits in here. Maybe not. Oh, that was rude. Actually, I take that back. I think I gotta put it on the platform. What are you? Oh, wait, no, that's where it came from. Okay. Put it on the platform. It'll get thrown over. And then I'll go over this way. This requires some thinking. It's not like an easy game. Some of these shrines are like puzzle based, and you have to figure out what to do. What in the world? Where does this go then? Is this even necessary to have? Or is it just extra? Is it just showing me how it can go back and forth? Because sometimes you need these for certain things, but I guess with this, it's not necessary. Whatever. We'll just keep going. Resourcefulness is overcome. This speaks of a promised hero. Yay, now I have two orbs. Oh, oh my gosh. So let's see. Roasting ingredients. All right. Oh, shoot. We're going to pause that. All right. Hey, there's a chest. Climb the wall. Nintendo sweatshirt? You're kidding. I bought all the DLC packs for this, so there's going to be some extra stuff that aren't actually included in the normal game. Just a heads up. Oh, these things are a pain in the butt. Ooh, he just did a number on me. Can you stop slouching? Run away. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't have enough healing abilities to be messing with that, guys. Jeez. Yeah, we're going to come back at a later date when I don't have 3 hearts. Oh, man. Come on, Link. You got this. There's another tower. There's like dragons in this too. It's quite crazy. Oh look, I just blew him up. My axe is almost broken. No. We're gonna use an actual sword now. Yay. Yay. The bombs and stuff are pretty helpful too. Now I got honeycomb. Yay. Something nutritious except for other stuff. All right. We're going to have to go this way in order to get up there. Grab some more apples. Can you jump up? There we go. There you go. These are called, I think, mushrooms. Here. Mushroom. We have a bunch of different kind of mushrooms. Ooh, this would be a good one. It's a little hut. How cute. Maybe I can show y'all cooking later. Spicy pepper. The Old Man's Diary. Let's read it. On this isolate plateau, the only pleasure that brings me comfort is cooking. And today I outdid myself. Truly, I created the perfect dish. I call it spicy meat and Thai food. This recipe not only restores health, but it also keeps me warm, even when traveling in snowy mountains. With this dish on my side, I no longer need to have an itchy warmth doublet. We're going to stop reading. All right, we're going to get rid of you. We're going to... Bye. Stamella shroom. So stamella is like stamina. Rushroom is like, I think speed. I think it also has to do with stamina. A torch. Aw. Oh, we can get rid of one of these BOGO clubs. That's okay. All right. Hit an enemy's head with an arrow to perform a critique hit that deals twice the damage. You want to have a piece of me? Oh, wait. Actually, let's switch to... That was rude. How dare thee. Yeah, I knew that'd be a chest. What's good? Oh, look, they got a big fat piece of meat. I'm gonna steal it. Seared steak. Hex yeah. Throwing spear. Oh, that's rude. I don't want it. Let's get rid of another Boko. Bye, Boko. Yay, we got a spear. All right, let's see. Don't they have a hut over here? Looks like there's a lot of good ingredients. Let's blow it up. Yes, sir. And a chest. Bomb arrows. Draw it, switch it, put it in your pocket. So we draw it, we switch it. Now we got a bomb arrow. All right. What's up? Okay, well, I guess this is a good stopping point. Let's see. All right. So, as you can tell, this game is pretty intense and pretty, I guess, diverse. It's a lot more focused on exploring than it is on, what's it called? I guess, battling versus Skyrim is a lot more on battling, versus this is more exploring the world and getting to know the area and all that. The other thing that is good about this game is that, what was I going to say? I don't remember. Okay, we'll just go on to, oh, I know what I was going to say. I will say, though, I have noticed, and this is one of the main reasons why I wanted to play the master mode, the regular creatures and stuff are pretty decent when you first start off, but then they start to just get tedious and annoying and not really hard. And then the actual like boss fights aren't that hard at all. So my hope was that if I played the master version, the bosses will actually be kind of difficult. So hopefully the next gameplay I do, I'll be able to do it via master mode, but we'll just have to see what happens. But I was reading this week's reading about how video games cause violence or not violence, but video game violence causes aggression. And while, I do agree that that's possible, I don't think it's in the same extent that they talk about in the reading. From the way they interpret it, it makes it seem like, hello, can I help you? Back off, bro. So sorry. From the way they make it sound off is that like anyone that plays video games is willing to beat someone up or willing to kill someone or is able to cause someone harm. They don't really clarify what exactly they mean by aggression, because you know what, if a game's hard, you get frustrated. There's a lot of times where I have been this close to wanting to throw my remote at the TV because I was so frustrated. And yeah, I get aggressive, but you don't see me going around and I'm thinking I'm going to go kill someone or I'm going to go beat someone up. Those kinds of people were like that before they even started playing video games. I think it's not all bad. Sometimes aggression, it kind of helps take out your aggression or your frustrations. A lot of people, they'd be like, I'm so irritated, I'm just going to go play video games and go beat someone up on the game. Like a lot of the first person shooters and like that and all of that are like that. So, I wish they would have explained more what specifically they meant when they mean aggression, because I feel like that's very common. And, if we're talking just on a common base, then yes, everyone gets aggressive thoughts sometimes, especially when they're frustrated, because that's just human nature. So I don't understand, why they're giving it so much negative connotation. The people that went and shot up the school off of their created world did that out of their own will. No game is telling them to go make their own world and then completely doing it in real life. That's not what games are for. So I will agree that aggression is real, but I don't think that it is the same context used for every person. So, yeah. But I guess that's this gameplay. It is 7:34, February 26th, and I will see you next video, I guess. Ciao.